Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. I am Bob Walk, here with Jim Ross and with Elijah Burke, the former OVW heavyweight fighter. And today on Collision or Hit, we're going to see the TWF hard middle winnings here. Hard middle winnings here today on stake, when I guess we'll say Bobo Jeffo, however you say his name, the TWF hard made fighter here in the toy wrestling gathering, will have his winnings here today on Collision or Hit. Yeah, that's right, Bob Walk, Jim Ross says. We're going to see Bobo Jeffro, however you say his name, have his TWF hard made winnings going to be on stake here today on Collision. So we'll see how that plays out. Jim Ross says. Yeah, well, I can tell you one thing, Elijah Burke says, Bob and Jim, the one thing you don't have to worry is that about him. He's hard middle, but is he going to be good enough to keep his winnings from someone who truly wants to win it? I mean, winning the hard middle winnings is one thing. Keeping a hand on it, that's a whole other thing. You know. And that's more smoothly said. That's more smoothly said than done. But is he going to have skill enough to keep it? Elijah Burke says. Well, here we go. We got Mankind coming in the ring now. Alright, Bobo Jeffro, or however you say your name. You know, you say you're the TWF hard made fighter. And I've won that winnings at least 2 times, so I know a little bit about how it is to be hard middle or hard made. Alright? First off, you come from the Disney Star Wars world, and I'll give you all of that because you've got to be hard made to live in that kind of a world, to come from Disney Lucasfilms. But if somehow that's make you think that you can beat me, well then guess again, because I think it's going to take more than the might to beat me. Well, Mankind, I do got a lot of onlook for you. You know, I'm not going to lie. I do got a lot of onlook for you and what you did in the skilled wrestling business. You know. But if you think that somehow that's going to help you beat me, think again. Because you've done a lot of cool things in the skilled wrestling business. Some things that some folks still onlook you for, even though it took sundriest years off of your wrestling calling. Yeah, that might be true, Mankind said. I did a lot of crazy things. Mostly in my 2-diff run in WWF, between 96 YL till 2001 YL. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what, I did some crazy things in both of my first and 2-diff runs in WCW, my ECW run, my SMW run, the NJPW run, the TNAW run, my at least 4 runs in WWF, WWE. So, why don't we do it now? And I can show you who is the king of hard middle. Well, this is for the TWF hard middle winnings, or hard made winnings. First, he is Mankind, and he is the TWF hard made fighter Bobo Jeffro. I believe Bob Walk said that is the nearest thing that I can get to saying his name right. So someone from Disney's Lucasfilms can tell me if I'm saying it right, or any Star Wars follower out there can say if I got the name right. Oh! And Mankind just hit him with the sandbags, and down he went. But I don't know how much he got from it, since Boba Jeffro has that head shield on, and I don't know how much of that hit he got. Well, it's not going to stop Mankind, Bob Free says. He hits him again. That's right, you bring a good thing up, Bob. You know, Jim Ross said it's hard to say if Mankind got anything on him with the body head shield he has on and that body shield he's wearing. Oh, well, he's down. I can tell you that he's down. Jim Ross said, but I don't know how long he's going to keep down for. Elijah Burke says, I can tell you a lot of things about Mankind if you want to know. Jim Ross, you probably seen him do a lot of crazy things. Oh, you know, like Hell in a Cell matches and Buried Alive matches, and the heater room fights, which he was well known for. Well, he was well known. Elijah Burke says. Oh yeah, he was well known for a lot of things. Jim Ross said, but those were some of the things that he was well known for. You know. And now, oh! And right now, Mankind right now is, feeling that he wants to do something else to Boba Jeffro. Oh, he's outside now. Mankind just dropped the elbow on him like he always does. He dropped his arm down on him. Mankind is a crazy man, and he got hung up on the ropes, and that made the opening, Bob Free says, that I think that Boba Jeffro needed to get back into this match. He hit him and knocked him down with a gun in his hand, Bob Free says. Yeah, well, we all know where he came from, Jim Ross said. We know that Boba Jeffro is from the Disney Lucasfilm Star Wars world. And we do know that, and I do know he is hard middle in his own way. We got him from the Glassport Frith middle one of the other times we went there. We may never go there again, Jim Ross says, and that's another saga for another day. And now Jeffro is, or Boba, I guess, or Boba Jeffro, I guess, slam Mankind back first into those sandbags, Bob Free says. Yes, he did, Jim Ross says. The Disney Lucasfilm self slammed Mankind back first into those sandbags there, Jim Ross said. Elijah Burke says, thank God I never was in a ring with anyone like him. I don't know if I would have lived through a match. But I was, when I was in WWE from 2006 YL to at least until 2009, until 2008 YL, I know how it was, because I started out on SmackDown, then I went to ECW, and then, Mankind just did a spin kick and knocked him down, Elijah Burke says. And now, Mankind hopes to become a three-time TWF hard-made fighter. Once again, he hit him with that sandbag, but once again, the head shield on Boba Jeffro is making it where he might not have gotten all the hit that he wanted to get, Elijah Burke says. Yeah, you're right about that. Mankind missed. The Fight Lord just fell down, and now Boba's got that ship now, or that boat, Bob Free says. He hits them, and knocked him down with that boat, or that ship. Bob Free says, it's a boat. Ships are bigger, boats are smaller, Jim Ross said. And Elijah Burke says, it's over with here. Boba Jeffro is going to get the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF hard middle fighter, Boba Jeffro. Boba Jeffro is still the TWF hard-made fighter here in the toy wrestling gathering. And we don't know if we're saying his name right or not. So, once again, forgivenesses. But then us here in the toy wrestling gathering have not kept up with Star Wars in years. We really haven't kept up with any show, film, or play that was made by Lucasfilms, even before and after the Disney buyout and ownership. So your guess is good as mine. But we had a good match here, Bob Walk says. We saw Mankind and Boba Jeffro. And Boba Jeffro beat Mankind, what some folks call the king of hard middle. Well, that could be true, Jim Ross said. Some call him the king of it, some call him the Kaiser of it. At the end of the day, Boba Jeffro beat Mankind and kept the TWF hard-made winnings, the hard middle winnings. Yeah, he did, said Jim Ross. Yes, he did, Bob and Jim. At the end of the day, he did do it. But, you know, he did do it, but Mankind gave him a fight, Elijah Burke says. Well, speaking of that, we're going to have the NHL Hall of Famer, play-by-play caller, Mike Lane. Thank you, Bob Locke. You will one day hopefully be, thank you, Bob Locke and Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Mankind here. I'm talking with Boba Jeffro here today on Collision or Hit. Boba Jeffro, you kept your TWF hard middle winnings. You beat Mankind here today on Collision or Strike. How'd that go? Well, Mike, the way it looks like is that, yeah, Mankind gave me a big fight. Mankind came at me. And now a lot of folks on look for Mankind for the Hell in a Cell matches, the heater room fights that he was well known for. He did a lot of those crazy things in his 2-diff run in WWF, between 96 YL till 2001 YL. I mean, he's done a lot of things as Jack Foley, or as Mankind, or Cactus Jack, or Dude Love, or the son, or Mick Foley himself. Hall of Onlooker, one hell of a good man, And I just think that Mankind, he gave me a big fight. And yes, now I know why Mankind was a hard man to beat. Now I know why he went unbeaten now I know how strong and how mighty he is. But at the end of the day, I am still winning keeping the TWF hard-made winnings. Or hard middle winnings, or whatever you want to call it. If Mankind wants to have another match with me, well, I'm open to it. Well, Boba Jeffro, some folks out there might think that you had an upper hand, that you had a head shield on and body shield on, and that's how you won this match. Either way, at the end of the day, I onlook you, for what you do, and good luck with the upcoming matches you have. Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you, Mike Lane. That's my talk with Boba Jeffro. Back to you, Bob Walk and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Boba Jeffro here today on Collision or Hit. That's all the time we've got here. I, Bob Walk, Jim Ross, and Elijah Burke. We hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Alone Day Night Raw.